And we can speak now with Mahmoud Al-Qeshwi. Sir, you're an English teacher in Gaza. You're joining us from Rafah on this first day of Ramadan. Thank you for your time today. How are you and your family doing?
Yes, actually, as I'm a displaced person among all of these tens of thousands of displaced persons, you can see that it's a catastrophic situation now. Yes.
So, obviously, Ramadan being
Actually,
sorry, go ahead.
If I can say that, yes. Okay, just to talk about the life here, it's very gloomy and miserable situations, hard circumstances. We find difficulties in how to get food because, you know, even when we get food, the prices are in the sky. It's very expensive. It's doubled like 10 times than before the war. And actually, I'm nowadays working as a volunteer for many kitchens, free actually takeaway charitable kitchens or soup kitchens. And one of them is Rahama Bainahum. It's called Rahama Bainahum. And in this kitchen, they provide food, hot meals for tens of thousands of displaced families who are now suffering in the camps, in the shelters around this area. In Rafah city, yes.
I was going to ask you, where do you pray, given that so many of the mosques across the Gaza Strip have been either badly damaged or completely destroyed?
Actually, there are still some mosques that we can pray at, but when we want to take the decision to go to the mosque to pray, actually, a lot of people are afraid to go to the mosque because you know that a lot of mosques are attacked. So it's like a difficult situation to go to pray, and you know that they may attack this situation. A lot of rockets may destroy everything around. So it's a little bit difficult, and some prayers we pray at home. And even for people who are now, you can imagine that in a small tent and it's very crowded, at least 10 or 15 persons in a small tent with no food, no clothes, no money, no job. So they are wondering every day, how can they get food? So this puts more pressure upon the father who's responsible for this family. Actually, this happens every day, so we try our best to provide food for these people and to alleviate the pain, to relieve the pain. But actually, all of our attempts, not all of them are in vain, but it's not enough at all.
I'd like to ask you a question about faith and spirituality in a time of war. Ramadan is a time for reflection. What are you able, how do you exercise your faith and what are you able to reflect on when, as you explained to us, you're looking for enough food to feed you and your relatives? You're at any moment, at every moment, you are in danger of being bombed and you've been displaced. You're not living in your home. What can you reflect on under those circumstances?
Actually, for me, I'm a father of little kids. So when there is a nearby bomb, so my children, for sure, they are crying, and I must hug them at least to relieve their pain and to relieve the suffering at that moment. But actually, it has a lot of effects on them. Even after this war, a lot of suffering will remain in this area after this genocide. So let me talk about the part of food. Actually, when one person or one father who has a family, after evacuating under fire and walking for nearly maybe 30 kilometers, all of this area, after escaping from fire, when they suddenly found themselves in a small tent, so how can he provide food? In this way, he is forced to go to some kitchens, and you know, a lot of people are crowded in this free kitchen to get food, and some people are maybe hurt, maybe their dignity are hurt in this place. So we talk about a very complicated situation. We talk about a gloomy atmosphere, and there is no light at the end of the tunnel. All of people are now in the first day of Ramadan. You know, they have no gas to cook for food for iftar. You know, fasting for almost 15 hours in a day, and then you want to eat after being so hungry, so you can't find enough food. You can't find fire. Even if you want to purchase some wood to, sticks of wood to burn the fire, you know, it hurts you because the black vapor comes inside the nose, the eyes.
Sir.
And this even happens for me many times.
Sir,
and it's
can
very
jump in.
difficult for us, but we have no choice.
You mentioned that you were a father. What do you tell your children at the moment? How do you parent in a situation like this one?
Actually, sometimes maybe I succeed to, let me say, to deceive them and to tell them that I will buy for you the food maybe after 2 hours, 3 hours, until they can just go to sleep. And sometimes I can provide for them. It depends on the situation and the current state in the shop and the prices.
All right, Mahmoud Al-Qeshwi, you're an English teacher in Gaza. Thank you very much for joining us this hour. Thank you for your time and sharing all of that with us.
Thank you.